So in this video, we're going to be talking about the zoom functions in Pro Tools. We're starting to look at the edit windows, and now the best thing to do is to look at zooming, because zooms are really important to how you work, how you handle zooming in and out, horizontal zoom, vertical zooms, everything. So what we're going to do, we're going to start off by starting here, and this will show you how to use the zoom functions. Now, if you highlight this, you'll be able to see that this is a horizontal zoom out on a horizontal zoom in. So if you click on this, it'll zoom out horizontally, and it will also zoom in horizontally. Now, it will zoom into your selection where you've clicked it. So if you click these left and right, you'll zoom in left and right. Now, a shortcut for that, which is pretty handy, is Command and close bracket. Now, depending on the left or the right, so I'm clicking left bracket here and Control on a PC, like that, right bracket, and that's left bracket. It's the square bracket, just to let you know, not the parenthesis. So like that, like that. Now, next to it, we have what's called the audio zoom. Now, this is a really important tool. And audio zoom in will essentially do this. Now, don't get scared when you do it, because when you see that, you might think that you've got peaked signals everywhere and your audio is ruined. It's not. All you're doing is affecting the visual representation, not the audio. It does not matter what you do, the audio will not be affected. It's just how you view it. And you can go all the way down, you can go all the way up, like that. Now, there is a shortcut for that, and it's Command, Option. So Command, Option, and then the brackets. Again, left bracket goes down, right bracket goes up. And on a PC, that's Control, Alt, bracket left and right. We'll do that. And just pick a nice one for you. I would probably like to work like that. Now, if you've played around with this and it's like this and you want to reset it quickly, you can actually reset default, which is Command, Control, Option on a Mac, or Control, Alt, Start on a PC, and then use that left bracket and it'll reset it. Very handy if you've been playing around. Just do that, hit the 3 and do that. Now, there's also something else that you can do. You can do what's called a zoom into selection, which is really great. So if you select something here, if you hold Option, then F, you'll zoom straight into that selection, which is fantastic. Now, you'll see I'm zooming out quite quickly like that. We're going to get to that little shortcut in a bit. But for now, highlight a selection, and then Option F, or Alt F on PC. Now, let's say you've zoomed in really far like that, and you want to see your whole session. Now, be careful, because sometimes I'll work on a 45-minute show or a 20-minute piece or something. You can view the whole session in one bang. It'll zoom out all the way. Now, you can do this in a quick way by double-clicking this zoom tool. Bang, and it'll show you your whole session. Just be careful. If you've got a very long session, it'll zoom out quite far. Or you can use Option A. So we're going to go all the way in here, and Option A, and it zooms out like that. Now, there's also a nice little tip here. If you do that, it will reset the track height. So I'm going to show you here. I'm going to put the track height, the audio zoom, my apologies. Audio zoom is quite low here, and I've zoomed in, and I want to pop back out. Now, if I show the whole session, Option A, haven't you noticed everything's gone back to normal? I'll show you again. Option A, everything goes back to normal. You can actually zoom out without it going back to normal, and that's Control Option A on a Mac, or Alt Start A on a PC. So we'll do this. We're going to go all the way in like that, and then we're going to zoom all the way in and Control Option A, oops, like that, and there we go. It's popped out and it hasn't done it. So we're just going to show you that again. I'm going to zoom all the way in, Control Option A, or Alt Start A on a PC, and it resets it without resetting the audio zoom, which can be really handy. But remember, you can use this as well if you fancy just clicking like that. There's nothing wrong with that. Now, also, I wish to say this controls MIDI, the MIDI height. Now, if you've got MIDI in clips, we're not going to really go into this today, but if you've got your MIDI set to clip view, it won't affect it. As you can see, nothing changes. But If you have it on notes, as you can see, it will affect it there. But we're going to go into MIDI another time. This is purely for audio. So I'm going to put it back on clips. Now, I'm going to go to the zoom function. Now, before we get onto all of these edit functions, the zoom function you select with F5, like that, or click on it. Now, there are two modes with the zoom. Number one is standard. Click on it, and it zooms in to where you've clicked, like that. If you want to zoom out, it's Option or Alt to zoom out. You just click like that. So you can zoom in by clicking, zoom out by Alt clicking or Option clicking. Now, there is another thing that's really, really cool. If you click and hold, you can have normal zoom or single zoom. Now with normal zoom, when you click, it'll go in like that. And you can zoom out, click out like this. You can also drag and select, which is really cool, and it'll select a part for you. So maybe I wanted to zoom in on that little waveform, there. Now, single zoom will go back to your last selected edit. So if you have it set on single zoom, and I choose to zoom in there, did you see it pop back? So then single zoom, go to there, and it's popped back. So you can do a really quick zoom and edit, go back to editing very quickly. You can be even quicker by pressing F5, zooming in, and it goes back to editing. Just one quick button press. So if you watch it again, F5, zoom in, there. It's that fast. So single zoom is very good. So you just press and hold like that, and you can change. Press, hold, and drag down, and you can choose. I do like normal zoom. That is my preferred, because my way of working, I like to keep it here, and this is my favorite shortcut. I hold Alt and I roll my mouse zoom, the mouse wheel. And when you roll the mouse wheel like that, you'll zoom in on where you want to be, right there. Now, that's my favorite way of doing it. It's nice and quick, and you can just zoom in and out like this. There is also as well a way to zoom to change the track height, and that is Alt and Shift, or Option Shift, sorry. Option Shift on a Mac, Alt Shift. And then when you roll the mouse, it'll do the track height. Now that's great, because you can use Alt to zoom in, and then Alt and Shift to do the track height. So you can control everything with your left hand, like that, and just roll with the mouse there. And then the final thing, which is also very, very nice, there's two things actually. If you hold Control on a Mac or Start on a PC, if you drag your mouse to the left, oops, my apologies, wrong one. If you have this selected, my apologies, you have to select this first. You heard some of my awful guitar work then. If you hold Control and you go to the left or the right, it will zoom horizontally like that. And then if you go up and down while holding Control, it'll do an individual track height, which is very, very helpful. So again, if you press F5, go to that zoom, hold Control on a Mac or Start on a computer, on a PC, go up like that or go down like that. So you can actually have two different track heights there. It's fantastic. It's really, really, really good. Yeah. So, and remember, if you want to reset to default after you've had a little play around, Command, Control, and Option, and then the bracket there, and it'll do it. Now, that there is what the zoom functions are. One quick thing, you might see the numbers there, that's your presets. So if there's a zoom that you really, really like, so maybe you want to go in really, really deep, like this, hold down on 1, and you can save the zoom preset. And then, when you're working, hit 1, and it'll go in to that size. Really, really good for if you want to save a few presets for going in fast, going in far, anything that you like. And that is the zoom function in Pro Tools.